All right, game number 3. We're on game number 3, that's right, and it's 1-1. It's a best of 5, so both players have to win 2 more games to progress into the finals against Scafism.
Welcome, Commander.
And a lot of this just really comes down to who they end up picking. If we see another Kala v Raiders, that would be okay. Maybe we'll get some deviation from that. Both players are willing to try different things. And the fact that it's taking a while for them to pick. Okay, we got Raiders and we've got Covenant. Okay. Covenant v Raiders. We might see some Ascendant spam as summerloud did beat NetFlxNChil. When he was playing Swarm, summerloud got a lot of Ascendants and just used Psionic Orb and murdered all of those Zerglings and Hydralisks. It was painful. You can do the same against Bio, but not as well against Mech, I don't think. Because Mech is a little tankier. Also, especially once you get fast tracks. Not fast tracks. The fast siege, you can get your tanks out of there in time. Seems like a good map for Swarm. Is it like mind games? Like, hey, I'm playing Swarm? Did he even try to random Swarm? He did. Maybe he's telling his opponent, like, hey, I'm playing Swarm. The mind games begin. Okay. Well, if you're new to HeptaCraft, welcome. This is the first tournament that's been put on for a bit of time. Actually, there might have been one earlier in January that I just wasn't around for. I might have been in India for it. But I think there was another one. There's a fellow who's been in the chat earlier. His name is, his name is John, but his Twitch name is Everything is Assorted, and he's casted some in the past as well, so I'd recommend you check some of those out on his YouTube or Twitch channel if he's got the VODs up. Look at these players being cordial with each other. Summerloud just took out NetFlxNChil. Last map, he was Kala versus Swarm, and it was challenging to watch. He used some Fanatics, and he set on the ramp, hold position, microed, and killed his expansion. It was tough. So NetFlxNChil said, nope, I'm out of here. He said, I've already got a 1-0 lead. I'll reset that. Basically resetting this to a best of 3 at this point. Okay, Mobius Magazine is trying to wall in a little bit because he did just see the morph, so he knows that he's facing Raiders. Both players now know what each other is facing. We have a fast bunker. Seems like NetFlxNChil completely into this early bunkering. He is going to take his expansion. Both players' expansions are virtually free. Looks like Summerloud taking his very fast because he's comfortable with that. But keep in mind, we've seen a lot of Banshee and Wraith play from Raiders. So if we see more of that, that might be tricky. It's funny because there's a bit of a bug where when a Fanatic or a Devotee, not a Fanatic, but when a Devotee spawns, it plays it globally. So NetFlxNChil knows that a Devotee is coming because he heard it spawn out of the mothership. So if you're playing Covenant, you're at a distinct disadvantage because of that. But I would say as Covenant, you can't not make Devotees. They're excellent early game. They're excellent early game melee warriors, and when they die, they give your mothership energy in order to make these Ascendants later. Ascendants cost 100 gas. They're basically the Ascendants from the campaign. Oh, pretty good stutter step there. Not quite going to get rid of the Devotee, but Summerloud did get a little bit of scouting. No, he didn't. I don't think he saw anything, but we can check. Nah, he saw nothing. But he tried. Valiant effort. But again, the idea is these Devotees need to live and then die so that you can get Ascendants. They're just like the Ascendants from the campaign with really powerful Psionic Orb. The Psionic Orb is more powerful than the one in the campaign, though, so... It's, Sorry, I'm getting distracted by a hilarious question in the chat. If everyone in the world forgot how to sneeze, how much time would it take for the whole humanity to realize that they can't sneeze? I mean, if they forgot how to sneeze, would they still understand the concept of sneezing? So then they realize, like, oh, I can't sneeze? Kind of like people saying, like, oh, I can't swim. Like, if they got thrown into a river, they know at that point, like, I can't swim. But with sneezing, you feel like you have to sneeze, but you literally can't. These are questions that need answering before I can answer your question. There are hypotheticals that need considering. Not getting rid of tingling. I think there would be products out. I think sinus washes would be a lot more popular. You wash out your sinuses to get rid of that tingling, you know? Okay, we've got an expansion just about 3/4 done, but Summerloud's is done, so he's got a bit of an economic early game advantage. Neither player looking like they want to be too aggressive early here. This is a large map, very, very large map, actually, and it's very challenging to get across the map and do anything super effective. But here we go. We've got the Banshees out with Cloak on the way. Summerloud leaving an SCV over on the left, I think specifically so that he can check specifically so he can check for those Banshees. He's got SCVs on both sides of the map. The vision range is small, so I wish him the best to catch these Banshees. He's basically expecting something like this, but if he doesn't have what he needs in his base to take care of it, he's going to struggle. He does have a missile battery, though, which is this can attack air and ground, so this will be quite good. And what's he building here? A hybrid experiment. Oh, baby. We're going to see a hybrid rush. Oh, yes. Okay, so in the past game, I think it was Summerloud versus Scaphism. Scaphism did build a lot of hybrid dominators, or destroyers, hybrid destroyers, and they were pretty good, but that was like tier 1 hybrid, all right? We want to see some... We want to see some serious hybrid action, you know what I'm talking about? So, we've got the hybrid experiment out, which requires, that's like your tech for hybrids, but you need to build the actual hybrid experiment chamber or something like that to build them. So we'll see if that happens. Here come the Banshees, and like I said, I think he flew them through the, flew them through the watchtower at least. It would have been pretty close for him to go all the way up top, but this SCV is not going to catch him. Summerloud has 2 missile batteries in this base, so he sort of expects it. And here they come. Let's watch this happen. This is our first real engagement. And turning around, realizing he can't take care of those. But NetFlxNChil has been quite good at using those effectively and just, you know, pecking away at what he can, even though that there's static defense. The range on these is pretty darn good. Also, Mobius buildings have fire suppression systems. Oh, no. He's trying to get the missile battery out. I don't think he's going to get it in time. Gets canceled. But there's more missile batteries inside the defensive lines. And again, this is what I was talking about, controlling those Banshees. But here we go. We've got a frigate out. This is a Mobius unit that's specifically anti-air. And it does it used to do area of effect. Yes, it does. It does splash damage. Sort of like a Valkyrie or a Liberator. I don't know if I would consider them better or worse than either of those units. It can't transform to attack ground units, but eventually you can get it's kind of a poor man's Yamato cannon eventually, which is a Tesla cannon, which is pretty darn cool. If you decide to use those, and it looks like Summerloud going to go for Mobius Air this match, sending some Cobras across the map. They're very, very fast, but also very, very weak. So he sees the missile turrets. He knows he can't engage under those. There's a missile turret in here as well. Very good scouting right here. Very, very good scouting, but Summerloud realized that he's not going to be able to do anything with those, so he gets out of there. Double expand from Summerloud, though, getting 4 bases up, while we only have 1 expansion here for NetFlxNChil, but he is building his 3rd. Probably going to go up and take this low ground expansion down here. So economically, these players are sort of on similar footing, though this may stay hidden for quite some time. Let's see. Sorry, I'm getting texts about dinner still, and I have to make sure. Hey, Tara? Oh, is she not here? Oh, my wife went to the gym. Never mind. Okay, well, I'll take care of that after this game. So what's happening in this game? Now I'm lost. I'm just trying to make sure that I have plans set later. And lag. Ah! Haha! Okay, we're back in it, folks. Awesome. Okay, we're back in it just where we were, just a couple seconds behind. I'm so glad. Okay, I'm very happy. If I have to, I'll just cut this VOD together and I'll snip out that middle part where we dropped. Okay, where were we? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Okay, we've got hybrid experiments coming out and a hybrid vault for upgrades with hybrid. So it looks like Summerloud wants to focus on hybrid, and he's got a lot of defense up to make sure that he doesn't get hit with some sort of harassment so that he can continue getting upgrades so that he can actually build this stuff. So he's got the vault, which is sort of like your engineering bay for hybrid. He's got the hybrid experiment, which is where you actually build, not hybrid, but it's where you get upgrades for them, and you need more and more of those to be able to build upper level hybrids. So here are the hybrid cells and where you build the hybrid, and the more hybrid experiments you have, the higher level things you can get. So he apparently has enough now where now he can get every type of hybrid, which is going to be quite expensive, but he's got 4 bases coming up. Let's keep an eye on what NetFlxNChil is going to do to make sure he's fighting this. It looks like he's going to move out now because he knows that this might happen. Either he's going to go for it. No, he's not going to go for it. I think he's moving out to just to make sure that he can defend his expansions. Very smart. Okay, and let's see. Command Dome happening, and Sorry, I keep looking at my phone. I'm just making sure because dinner plans are getting changed so that I can continue for the finals. And not much is happening at this exact moment. So I just want to make sure I got those nailed down. Okay, we're back after the replay. We still have some air units coming out. Oh, yes, there's the Hybrid Reaver. We've got a Harrier out, too, which is quite good against clumps of units. Might be very good against Vultures if they ever stop moving, which they should. Got a Hybrid Reaver. We've got a Frigate. And NetFlxNChil knows this is here now, but the thing is, he's probably hesitant to attack in because he doesn't know what summerloud has. But the funny thing is, this is all summerloud really has right now. He has no other units, nor is he doesn't have the ability to make much more right now. He's got another Harrier coming out though. Those Vultures are on the move, which is great. Oh, they just got hit with one big volley there, but they keep moving, and that Harrier is struggling to get one full hit on them. There's a good one. And the Hybrid Reaver, though, is getting in the front, trying to protect that Harrier. We've got a second Harrier out now. It's going to be a lot harder to dodge multiple shots from multiple Harriers, and Advanced Ballistics finishing as well. Looks like he's got a couple Warbots queued up, and ooh, trying to run the Vultures by, but a Hybrid Destroyer comes down the ramp and says no. Meanwhile, NetFlxNChil taking his 4th base. Going to be on parity here with Summerloud's hidden 4th base that I don't think he knows exists. I assume he doesn't know that exists. No, he has no idea. But also, Summerloud is surrounded by spider mines, and I'm very, very nervous for him. He does have an advisor out, which is a mobile detector, kind of like a science vessel from StarCraft 1. It's got all these real cool abilities. We could talk about those more when we know we have the opportunity to. But NetFlxNChil, a pretty decent army supply advantage right now, and it's kind of scary. If he pushed out now, he'd be in good shape. But meanwhile, we've got fast tracks and more Warbots coming out for Summerloud. So as he gets the money, he may be able to get some better hybrid out, but he is supply blocked as well. Is he getting upgrades for his hybrid? He does have +1 armor, and that's about it right now. And he got something here, and I think that was the Hybrid Reaver ability to eat life. It was the Siphon Life. Pretty darn good. Okay, and then we've got the Orbital Command finishing up here. So both players, again, on the same number of bases. Let's check the income real quick. NetFlxNChil, excuse me, does have a bit of an advantage. Summerloud, though, catching up. He must be oversaturated at one of his bases. That's why he's only mildly behind. Or he's ahead on gas. That's why. More Hybrid Reavers coming out, and then we've got Nanomachine Cloud coming out for advisors. Let's read this real quick. Heals friendly mechanical units and damages enemy mechanical units in an area. Lasts for 20 seconds, and light units are immune. So it won't work against Vultures. Nope, those aren't light. Never mind. But basically, it's really good against siege tanks. And they do have fast siege, so they'll be able to move out of the Nanomachine Cloud, but it's still a very good spell against any immobile mech force. Spider mines all over the place is pretty smart. It's going to give him vision no matter which direction that Summerloud wants to come from. Summerloud also supply blocked, and I'm thinking NetFlxNChil is going to start moving towards wanting to upgrade his own supply here pretty soon. You can do that from any of your supply structures here. It's very expensive, but if you're capped out, you might as well get it if you can afford it. More advisors coming out for Summerloud. Also, just a lot of Goliaths and mech upgrades for NetFlxNChil. Full mech upgrades. There's the, what just happened? Oh! I have to find an advisor. All right, so this is happening. Meanwhile, down here, this is happening as well. So the advisors have an ability to do a single target recall. I was so confused there for a second. That's so many Vultures. That amount of Vultures can still do a ton of damage, but they're not going to take out these Reavers, I don't think. As you can see, those Hybrid Reavers, 4 base Carapace. All right, but this amount of Vultures is rushing into the main base. One call down, I think. Oh, but there's a Hybrid Behemoth out. Oh, dear. Oh, it's happening. Okay, and pretty good call downs right there, and then that combined with the missile batteries in place. Summerloud's blocked up pretty tight. Very well done, but both players, we have some big engagements that have yet to happen on this map. What upgrades do we have for our hybrid? No Void Thrashers summon yet. Your Hybrid Behemoths, it requires a lot of energy, but you can summon Void Thrashers. Oh, baby. You got your Dominators. They don't have Siphon Energy right now. You have to research it, but they do have Psionic Storm, and then also this Psionic Shockwave, which is like a knockback for melee units. Well, it works for any units, but any units on top of them. I think Summerloud has got some awesome tech here, but he really needs some meat to this army. He moved up. He moved his army up so he could take another base right here. This is shaping up to be a real big, long game here, folks. Summerloud taking the upper right base. I like how we took these corner bases, being real sneaky. Also, he can use this orbital update eventually, which reveals the entire map for a single second, which is hard to use effectively. And where are these SCVs going? It looks like they're going to check right now. Okay, and let's see what's going on up here. He's just building the orbital command right next to the command dome. We might have a big engagement right here. We got to keep an eye on what the advisors do with throwing down their nanomachine cloud. They can also throw out cloaking fields. There's the nanomachine cloud. Oh, and it's just going to peck away at those siege tanks, while also the vanguards from a far distance can take those out. They're not vanguards, they're Harriers. More nanomachine clouds. Oh, my word. Quickly getting rid of one advisor there, but these nanomachine clouds, as you can see, pecking away at these tanks, and it lasts for a while. This is going to be a big engagement here. NetFlxNChil has a huge numbers advantage, it seems like. I think summerloud has a lot of his supply in harvesters right now. Well, only 10 more, so the supply is pretty close. But these behemoths, I mean, it's exciting, but this amount of tanks can still get rid of those. Really good Psionic Storm right there. And you can see how fast the hybrids still go down to concentrated fire, so this is not going to be easy. No possible Void Thrashers coming out. It's not being researched. I think that's Terrazine. Well, a lot of upgrades coming out for both players. Plus 3/3 going to finish up for these tanks is going to make a big difference. Very cool to see some hybrid here. A really interesting mixed force with the Harriers. A couple warbots. I think we could stand to see a lot of warbots in here. That would keep this force. But oh my word, look at those Harriers with that AoE damage. Able to do just so much. Stand just out of range of those Arclight tanks. And oh no, the Hybrid Dominator, oh, gets picked up. That's a lot of money right there, but 2 tanks do go down. It was sort of worth it, I suppose. Meanwhile, tanks sieging down from the high ground against this base. We do have a cloaking field go down, but the scans, of course, are going to make that not too much of a problem. Keeping the Vanguards out, but losing his 2 very large hybrid forces. And what is summerloud building on the back of this? More Harriers. He's got a lot of money. He just needs so many compounds. If he had a lot of Mobius compounds, he could just build the crap out of warbots. Both players with a ton of money right now. Hybrid Dominators coming out. Still no sign of Summon Void Thrasher. 200, he could afford it. He could also afford Graviton Prison, which would be pretty good against tanks too if he could get close. And now summerloud is basically closed in. This is hilarious right here. He's trying to make missile batteries to defend himself. I don't know. The thing is, this map is huge, so NetFlxNChil would actually have to divert a lot of units if he wants to make that work. The Vanguards or / Harriers trying to get in and take shots at the tanks when they can before the tanks fully siege up. But NetFlxNChil is absolutely relentless with this mech force. He just keeps pushing in. He's moving with the vultures, giving the tanks sight. There's the Mobius compound. We need to see like 16 more of those, buddy, and we could just pump out warbots. I don't know, the warbots still would struggle against this amount of tanks. The vultures drawing shots from the Harriers. It's working out pretty well. What do we have here now? We've got another hybrid behemoth and a hybrid destroyer coming out. Hybrid, pretty darn good, but again, they still go down pretty fast to concentrated fire. They go down pretty fast to concentrated fire from siege tanks. We have another command dome going down over here. summerloud wants to play tenaciously, wants to hold on. All the tanks unsieged, giving him an opportunity to move in and start getting rid of these tanks. They're not sieged up. They're not sieging up. Still, they're trying to move forward as the Vanguard / whatever they're called, Harriers, wiping out all of them. Oh my word, but there's more tanks in the back. Actually, I think NetFlxNChil, knowing that he could just take that on the chin because he's got tanks in the back here, but somehow, summerloud just pushing across the top of the map. This is crazy. This is all over the map. I don't understand this at all. It's like this base going down doesn't even matter because he's got these up here. He just needs production structures right now. He's going to lose all of his tech to this push of siege tanks unless he can wipe this out pretty quick. And as typical NetFlxNChil fashion, he's just got his entire army rebuilt, sending all this stuff back up. This amount of missile batteries is not gonna hold against all these vultures. Oh no! Storm, do something! Okay, well that's okay. We knew it was too good to be true. But what's happening down here? summerloud just getting whittled away. I don't know what he could do at this point. He had some really cool tech, but just didn't have. He just didn't have the numbers. He did not have the numbers that he needed. He might consider thinking about Ascendance right now. Well, he can get at least one, but he's trying to get units out here to destroy these tanks, and he's struggling with that right now. He doesn't have enough energy on his advisors to lay down more nanomachine clouds, but he does have a lot of Cobras, which very slowly, along with the nanomachine clouds, will kill these tanks. So summerloud's outlying bases that he, I would say, so pompously chose to take up here It was a good effort, but he's losing those, and now he doesn't have income, whereas NetFlxNChil has... Honestly, I don't think he has that much income either. They're surprisingly close, which is, it's interesting to me. Now NetFlxNChil is considering raising his supply cap. Summon Void Thrasher is on the way. We may or may not get the chance to see that, but this behemoth probably would have enough energy on it in time. Oh, this is going to be crazy. Okay. I'm waiting for a big engagement here. If Summon Void Thrasher finishes in time, and it's not even halfway done, but if it finished, and it's not going to before the behemoth dies, but that Void Thrasher can turn this tide. It does an absurd amount of damage. He's trying to get the behemoth out of there. But summerloud, again, he's really struggling on supply right now. The advisors, I guess, doing their best. I'm not sure what they were doing, probably waiting to lay down some nanomachine clouds. And now we have Hybrid Nemesis on the field. He's going to use those to move out and harass. He's got Cobras around the field, getting rid of these expansions of NetFlxNChil, who does have a ton of money. So, especially because now he's increased his supply cap, which you can do multiple times. Where is the Void Thrasher? It's coming out! Oh my god, it can happen. It can happen. Just like that nuke. I'm pretty sure summerloud is in major trouble right now, but we can still see something really cool before the inevitable end. That's what I'm thinking. I'll let it finish. Where is it? Which experiment is doing it? It's right here. There we go. Oh, summon it before you die. Oh, he died before he... Oh, no. Did he summon it? I don't think he summoned it in time, unfortunately. But again, summerloud kind of knows that this is basically over. Oh. Oh, look at that. He builds a bunch of hybrid cells on the bottom left. He decides to GG now. He vetoes it. Really good showing, though. Really cool Covenant showing right there from summerloud. I think he had a great early game, but he just needed more beef to his army. He needed a lot more of those warbots, or maybe just a lot of Cobras to wipe out that amount of tanks. Well played by both players, though.